Good morning, Year 2. Today is the 23rd of June 2020 and we're doing English. I loved seeing all your creative sandwiches that you said you would make yesterday. There were some brilliant ideas coming in. I wasn't sure about if I would like the taste of some of them. So I want you to first today think, why do we need instructions? What situation might you be in where you need a set of instructions? Have a 30-second think. Here are some ideas I came up with. So, I need instructions to follow a recipe. If I want to make some cakes or make my dinner, I like to have a recipe to follow. I would want instructions if I was going to make something, such as in this picture is a jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. So I would need to follow instructions on how to do that. It could be how to make anything, arts and crafts. How to play a game. If I haven't read the instructions on how to play a game, I have no idea what I'm doing and I definitely wouldn't win. And finally, I read instructions on safety posters. So this example says how to cross a road, and we've got lots of posters around at the moment, haven't we, about how to wash our hands and how to stay 2 meters away from people. So they are very important instructions to read. You may have thought of some other ideas as well, but they're just a few times that we would need instructions. So there are certain words that we use in instructions to make them nice and clear for the person following them. The first are called sequencing words, and these are words that tell the reader when to do something, so that they know exactly when to do that step. Here's an example. So this was somebody making a fruit pizza. And the words I've circled in red are the sequencing words that tell you when to do something. So let's have a read. First, place your biscuits on the plate. Then, spread the yogurt onto the biscuit. Carefully cut up the fruit into small pieces. Ask a grown-up to help you with the sharp knife. Finally, put the fruit on top of the yogurt. Enjoy. So we know what order they go in because it's told us. It said this is the one you do first, then you do this, finally you do this. So it makes it nice and clear. Here's another example of how to plant a sunflower, and they have used the words first, fill the pot with soil to just below the top, then add a little water to the soil. Next, carefully put 1 or 2 seeds onto the soil. And they've gone on to tell the rest of the instructions, but the first set of the instructions is really clear. It says first you do this, then you do this, next you do this, so you know that you're doing it right. The other type of word that we need to use in instructions are bossy words. Well, we try sometimes in the classroom to not be bossy, don't we? But in this situation, I will let you be very bossy. And they are verbs, so doing words that tell people what to do. So here's the same example from before, and the words I've circled is the bossy word, so the verb that is telling the person what to do. So first, place your biscuits on the plate. They're saying place. They're not saying, oh, please may you or can you. They're saying you have to place. Then spread the yogurt onto the biscuit. Carefully cut up the fruit. Finally, put the fruit. So it's a verb, and they're saying you must do this in this step. Here's our sunflower example. So first, fill the pot with soil to just below the top. Then add a little water to the soil. Next, carefully put 1 or 2 seeds onto the soil, cover the seeds with a little more soil, gently pour more water onto the soil. So they're words that tell you what to do and make it really clear. So here is some instructions on how to cross the road. I've taken out the sequencing words and the bossy words, and we're going to try and fill in the gaps. So the first sentence says something on the pavement. So we must start with the sequencing words. Those words come first. So let's read our sequencing words. We have then, second, first, and finally. Which of those words is the word that you would use at the start? I think it's the word first. So first, and I'll take that off my list so we know we've used it. Something on the pavement. Let's look at my bossy words and see which one would make sense. Look on the pavement. That doesn't really make sense. Stop on the pavement. That makes sense because before we can cross the road, we must stop on the pavement. So first, stop on the pavement. The next one, so I need my next sequencing word. I've got then, second, or finally. What is the word that we would use after the word first? Well done, it would be second. Second, something both ways. Let's look at our bossy words. We have look, smile, and walk. So second, smile both ways. Well, I could, but I don't think it would help me cross the road. Look both ways. That makes more sense. We need to look both ways before we cross the road. Okay, now I need my next sequencing word. So I've now got two left. I've got then and finally. And we know finally must come last. So the answer must be then. So it says then, if it is clear, something across the road. Then if it is clear, smile across the road? Well, I could, but it's not going to help me get to the other side. Then if it is clear, walk across the road. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Because that's what I'm trying to do, get to the other side. That leaves me for the last sentence with the sequencing word finally, and I'm happy to put that in there because we know finally comes last. And the last bossy word is smile. Let me just check it makes sense. Finally, smile to the lollipop lady and go on your way. Yeah, I'm happy to put that in there. So I've used all my sequencing words and all my bossy words. Let's read the instructions and check they make sense. How to cross the road. First, stop on the pavement. Second, look both ways. Then, if it is clear, walk across the road. Finally, smile to the lollipop lady and go on your way. I'm happy with that. Those instructions make sense and they would help someone cross the road. So your task today is to do something very similar. I've written a set of instructions on how to clean your teeth. Let's take a look. So here are my instructions called How to Brush Your Teeth. And I have taken out the sequencing words and some of the bossy words. So let's see if we can do the first one together. First sentence says, blank, blank, up your toothbrush and the toothpaste. Let's look at our sequencing words. We have first, second, next, finally, and then. Which of those words do we think has to come at the start? I think it's the word first because that is the first thing that we do. So it has to come at the start. So in my book, at the top of my page, I would write the word first. Now the next blank is a bossy word. First blank, up your toothbrush and the toothpaste. Let's see which one makes sense. First, spit up your toothbrush and the toothpaste. Oh no, I don't think we need to spit up our toothbrush, do we? First, squeeze up your toothbrush and the toothpaste. Now you might squeeze toothpaste, but not a toothbrush. First, pick up your toothbrush and the toothpaste. That makes sense. That is what I would do at the start. I would pick up my toothbrush and toothpaste. First, pick up your toothbrush and toothpaste. So at the top of my page, next to the word first, I would write the word pick. So your job now is to go through the rest. The first column are the sequencing words. The second column are the bossy verbs. For the sequencing words, think about what order they could go in. For the bossy verbs, you need to think about which one makes the most sense. Send me your answers when you're done, and maybe you could even give it a go following the instructions that you write to see if you're right and that it helps you brush your teeth. Or you might get halfway through and think, no, I can't do that. I can't spit my toothbrush. Give it a go and let me know how you get on.